Hi there. Just figured I'd do an update today. Talk a little bit about advocating for yourself and my experience with low ferritin. So, just a little backstory on me. I started doing testosterone pellets in 2023 to help my energy. I was having a lot of where I was feeling tired, and I think I was going through perimenopause at the time. And it was a very low dose of testosterone, and it really improved things for me. And I'd pretty much stayed on it up through 2024, and then in 2024 I discovered a pretty sizable mass next to my ovary, and I ended up having surgery like within the week, and had the mass that was like 12 centimeters removed, and then also had a full hysterectomy, ovaries, tubes, everything's gone. So I no longer have those organs that made hormone. So after that, I'd gotten back on the pellets and had, a dosage of testosterone and estrogen. And I'd been on that for about a year and a half, and I felt really good on it. But then I started noticing a few symptoms, and I would get about 6 weeks into the pellets, and then all of a sudden I just feel exhausted. I feel so tired. I feel run down, not able to do everything that I like to do. I just come home from work and want to lay around, and that's not really me. So I started seeing a primary doctor and getting some lab draws and stuff, and my testosterone was pretty high, and like 334, so it was very high. And so we decided to move in the direction of patches and cream versus the pellets that I was doing. In that time period, I noticed I was having a lot of exhaustion, a lot of just felt tired, like I felt old, really. And I'm 43, and I just felt like I just had no motivation after work to do anything, and any little bit of exercise just wore me out for the rest of the day. And I'm somebody that would walk 2 miles a day on my lunch, and then I would walk 3 miles twice a week in the evening and do some weights and stuff like that. And I'd gotten to where I couldn't do that anymore. So I went back to the doctor, and I'm like, I know we're waiting on the testosterone to come down, but this is how I'm feeling. And she ran labs again, and it had come down, the testosterone had come down a little bit, but not much. And she's like, come back in 6 weeks. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so we do that like 2 or 3 more times, and it's like, wait till the hormones come down, and which I want them to be in a normal range. But in the meantime, I'm not doing anything. I'm not living my life the way I like to live it, and I am feeling awful. Well, after all of that, then I start having some new symptoms. I start having around mid-afternoon, I'm having severe hot flashes. I am having, my head feels kind of floaty. I feel like almost vertigo-like. I feel queasy. I feel like I could pass out sometimes. And I get to looking at my labs, and she did do an iron and ferritin panel on me, and I look at the numbers, and it's red, and like, it's low. And so my ferritin was an 8. And so I'm kind of freaking out about it. We didn't even talk about it in the appointment. And so I'm messaging the doctor. I'm calling the doctor. Well, what should I do? Do I need to take iron? What, And she's like, yeah, you take iron. That's probably one of the reasons you're feeling bad. Well, okay. So I started the iron, and I'm still having the symptoms. And I don't know if it's the type of iron I'm taking. I don't know if it's hormones. I have no idea what it is because all of the symptoms are so similar. And meanwhile, I don't know if anybody knows this, but it's hard to get a doctor to listen to you when you're in menopause. It's hard to get, care without giving 20,000 symptoms and feeling like you're crazy. And so I decided to start looking through all of my past labs and, the years. But in 2023, when I first started testosterone pellets, I had an iron panel done then too, and my ferritin then was a 2. So what I was feeling and being put on the testosterone could have been attributed to the ferritin. And I think they even marked it iron deficient, but nobody said a word to me about it. And my husband, he was like, you can't expect the doctors to, I'm like, well, if I see that the lab is marked low, they can see it. I mean, this is not making sense, but either way, the point is, advocate for yourself. So I've been eating a ton of red meat, trying to get my iron up, and I just feel like crap. And it's giving me a lot of anxiety. And now when I'm having, like I had an episode today at work on my lunch break, I eat my lunch, and then I start feeling, you almost feel like you're drunk in your head or something. And I feel kind of nauseated. I feel hot. Like it is a hot flash. I know that part. It's probably my hormones. And I feel like I'm just going to pass out and just don't feel right. And it's just like between hormones and ferritin, I feel like a crazy person. And if anybody else out there is going through this, please give me your feedback on what you did, how you got through it, because this is not right. And nothing makes me more mad than seeing the commercials on TV. You know the commercials, the ones for the little blue pill. But I have to go through all of these hoops and all of these things, to get help. And it's costly. It's not cheap to get the help with the hormonal imbalance and stuff. Like my insurance doesn't cover half of, like I've looked at different places and my insurance doesn't cover that. I have to go to an OBGYN or something if I want specialized care. I don't have anything to OBGYN, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me why we have to struggle to get the help that we need. And I just want to feel better. I want to thrive and live and not, be dragged through this life in this body that I feel like is shutting down on me. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you feel like nobody is listening to you. And I'm sure I drive my husband crazy. He's like, we're going to figure it out and all this and that. And he's very patient, but I'm frustrated. So that is where we're at today as far as the Dirty Carnivore goes. It's been pretty good. Today has not been the greatest, but I did make an egg salad yesterday, and I made some homemade mayo. Never done that before. That was pretty cool. And yeah, so eating lots of burger patties and eggs and bacon and what else? Pork rinds and steak and stuff like that. Today I didn't do too great. I went to dinner with a friend tonight, and I had a cabbage roll and tabbouleh, and I had a cookie. So yeah, today's not good. I was emotional eating a little bit because I was kind of upset over this whole deal. So I just want to feel better, and I don't know what to do to get there. So anyway, hope you're having a great Monday, and keep up with your iron. I mean, because nobody's going to do it but you. So take care of yourself. Have a great Monday.